Well, here we are out at Kalamunda on the demo day. We've got Specialized, Trek and Yeti on display today, including the electric bike. So I've picked out the Yeti Sb5.5 as the first test bike today, and I'll give you a bit of a squiz at it. Check this out. So thanks to the R&D Speedshop for their demo day out here. We're rocking at the back here a bit of XO at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 speed carbon wheels at the back here, running a 29er Specialized Slaughter on the back, Fox Float X shock, race face dropper with the Specialized seat. I don't know what's going on here. Fox 36s at the front. Just rocking the basic Shimano's, as you can see there, and the SRAM X1 changer. Obviously a 1x setup. Alright, we'll give you a bit of a look at it. Let's get out on the trail. Yeah, this is my first time on a 29er, so I'm really curious to see how this is going to perform. Right, the first thing I noticed is it doesn't turn as well as my stumpjumper, which is a 27.5 inch. The fork is also quite hard, probably a setup issue, probably just not dialed in for my weight. I think it's also a combination of the work I've been doing on the stumpjumper with the tokens. It's just not plush in that first part. Yeah, the rear's really firm too. Alright, so very first impressions, 29er, yeah. You can definitely feel the ability of it to roll over rocks in the rougher stuff. I think particularly as this is running a stiff fork, it's really getting through that chunky stuff really easily. Really feel that front wheel right out there in front of me with this is obviously a 5.5 being the Enduro weapon. So it's going to have a slacker head angle, and yeah, the 29er just sits out there, looks like a big, you really notice that big wheel in front of you. I'm just going to take a bit of pressure out of that. Always carry your trusty shock pump. Never leave home without it. So this is the Fox 36 Performance range. Performance. So, so I've taken it from 90 down to 80 because I think that was just a bit too much in the front, too stiff. This is where I expect the SB to really do well, through this sort of rocky stuff in the lead up to the downhill part in Lancaster. Yeah, it just rolls over that stuff with ease. Oh, there's a pedal. Oh. Well, does that with ease. Very nice ride, but yeah, just slow, easy kind of cornering. Doesn't have that sharpness. So we spent a bit of time on the Sb5.5 now, and so just want to talk a little bit about the trail climbing ability. So we're at a big fire road, as you can see. Good riding position. I'm over the pedals, good leverage. The front end still feels like it's way out there, like a bloody chopper. The fork is much better now that I've sorted out a little bit less pressure, dialed it out a bit. Rear probably still a bit firm, but it's alright. So just a little bit more on that, the trail manners of the Sb5.5. It's quite good over the flat, not a whole lot of pebble bob, but you do feel it sort of sink over the little bumps. it's not bad, but it's just different ways the different sorts of suspension work. But it is a firm platform for pedaling. You can, you know, sit on the trail comfortably all day. I think that technology is obviously working. That must be the height of laziness, shuttling an electric bike.
Do you want a hand? Yeah, good yourself? I think it's one ammo. No, that's carbon.
Yeah, because like most of the truck bikes are carbon.
You can get alloy ones.
Like Slash only comes in carbon.
Does it?
Only carbon. And they're saying like
Lazarus, so this is one of my favourite tracks. This will see what it's got. Nice and grippy today. Look at that. Feel like you're carving. Yeah, I would have liked to have continued on there, but my glasses were falling off. Yeah, rocketed around there pretty good. Again, just a bit slower on those turns, but really stable, really good on the jumps. Felt like really confidence inspiring. You know, I've only been on the bike for half an hour, and you know, feel quite at home on it. So does a bike you get used to quickly, and yeah, Yeti, get on it. Oh, case! Great. Alright punters, final word on the Yeti Sb5.5. It's yeah, good bike. You'd expect it to be a good bike for the sort of money you're paying for it. So let's have a little bit more of a detail look at what we played with today. So the 29 wheels, as you can see there. I'm not a massive fan of the 29 after today's ride. I think the 27.5 is a lot more fun to play with. I'm not a racer, so I guess if you're racing and you want to go fast down through the rocks and stuff, I guess they got their place. I much prefer 27 wheels for the nimbleness and the way that they, yeah, you can turn the bike and have a lot of fun with it. The drivetrain, the XO drivetrain, yeah, nice and light, snappy, did the job, and no problems in them today. The brakes, now let's have a look. Alright, the brakes, let's have a look at those. These are the basic Shimano brakes. If you have a look at the other end, they're very similar to last year's, or last generation of XTs and SLX and that sort of thing. I thought they were pretty good. The powerful, I guess, but I don't like much. This has got 160 and 180, I think, and I much prefer the 200 on the front, and I always like more brake than less, so I'd say yeah, get a bigger brake on it. But there, you know, it's a pretty cheap upgrade. The Fox, well, on that last run I took the wrong way around some of those jumps and ended up casing out, but really composed under pressure. I thought it did a great job when I was yeah, giving it a bit of stick. Fox 36s, they were much better after I pulled a bit of air out of them. They were just far too stiff when I was first running on it. I thought they were good fork, but not quite as plush as my hikes are, but obviously I've spent a lot of time setting those up, and ideal for my type of riding. I feel that with a bit of playing you probably can get more out of them, and you know, I think these ones, what have we got, the performance, I'm pretty sure these ones you can upgrade with tokens and things like that and really get it to suit your style. So I'd say yeah, these are obviously a good fork. As I said, the brakes, you can see these ones at this end don't have the adjustments, but you know, on the money nonetheless. I thought they were good brake. One thing I haven't mentioned so far is it's really light. Like this thing, you know, really quite a light bike for the sorts of stuff you'd be putting it through. And of course you got this crazy bit of engineering down here. Don't know exactly what all that's about, but all I can say is it worked really well. Very good on like pedal stability. I guess that's the other thing too I mentioned. If you have a look at that, the seat position to the crank, I thought it was a very good pedaling platform on the trails. I didn't even have a go of the, as you can see, I didn't even touch the post today. Yeah, didn't really need to in hindsight. Maybe I would have had a bit more fun on Lazarus if I had have. But anyway, Lazarus, yeah, so coming down Lazarus, it was a, as you'll see on the playback, that it was a really good run down there. Handled it with aplomb, and just slower in some of those corners. That was the only complaint. So there you have it, Yeti Sb5.5, really good bike. Thanks to R&D Speedshop for putting on the demo day. Hopefully make some sales out of it, fellas. It's a really good initiative, and thanks very much for having us along. Out.